What is up, everybody? It's your teacher Mr. Lim back with another video on the math channel. So grab your pen, book and calculator so you can take notes while I work through a variety of math questions. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the math channel. In this video, we'll be looking at binomial products with surds, but before we do that, it's best to always recap. So in today's recap, we've got 3 questions. We're going to expand the following binomial products by using the FOIL method. So FOIL method is first, outside, inside, last. So we're going to take the first 2 terms in the brackets and multiply them together. 3x times 7x is 21x squared. We're going to take the outside terms, 3x and 5, multiply them together. 3x times 5 is 15x. We're going to take the 2 inside terms, minus 2 and 7x. Minus 2 times 7x is minus 14x. And then we'll take the last term, minus 2 and positive 5, which equal to minus 10 when we multiply them. We can see here that we have like terms, so we can simplify this. 21x squared plus x minus 10. That's our final answer. In question B, we have a difference of 2 squares. They look exactly the same, except the signs in the middle are opposite. One of them is a minus, the other one is a plus. So whenever we have a difference of 2 squares, we can use the FOIL method, but it's quicker not to do that. It's quicker to know the shortcut, which is to square the first term. 4a squared, all squared, is 16a squared. Put a minus sign, square the last term. 9 squared is 81, b squared. And that's it. In question C, we have a perfect square. Again, you can use the FOIL method if you want to rewrite it as 5c plus 7 times 5c plus 7, but it's always quicker to get the answer straight away by knowing the shortcut. Shortcut is to square the first term, 25c squared. Multiply all 3 of these. 5c times 7 is 35c, times 2 is 70c. And the last thing to do is square that last term. 7 squared is 49. And that's it. So now that we know how to expand binomial products, let's apply that to surds. So let's expand the following. I'm going to use the FOIL method here because it's not a difference of 2 squares or a perfect square. So first, outside, inside, last. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times minus root 3 is minus 8 root 3. Root 2 times 5 is 5 root 2. And root 2 times minus root 3 is minus root 6. Okay, so it's important to remember, you can only multiply terms together if they are both under the surd or if they're both outside of the surd, if they don't have a surd. So here we have 8 times 5. They're both outside of a surd, which is just 40. Then we have 8 times negative root 3. So one of them is outside, the other one's inside the surd or underneath the surd. Therefore, we can't just multiply them. It just becomes 8 root 3 or negative 8 root 3. Again, with root 2 times 5. The 5 is not underneath the surd, but the 2 is. So it becomes 5 root 2. And with the root 2 times minus root 3, they are both under the square root sign. So 2 times 3 is 6, so we can multiply them like that. Question B. Again, we use the FOIL method. Root 7 times root 7 is 7. Root 7 times root 13 is root 91. Minus 4 times root 7 is minus 4 root 7. Minus 4 times root 13 is minus root 52. And that's it. Okay, we don't have any like terms here, so we can't simplify it. Question C. FOIL method. 5 root 3 times 4 root 11. The 5 and the 4 are both on the outside, so we can multiply them together. 5 times 4 is 20. The root 3 and root 11, they're both surds, so we can multiply them together to become root 33. Outside. We've got our minus, this imaginary 1 here. 5 times 1 is 5. Root 3 times root 10 is root 30. Inside. Imaginary 1 over here. 1 times 4 is 4. Root 11 times root 11 is actually 11. And 4 times 11 is 44. And last, root 11 times minus root 10 is minus root 110. No like terms here, that's our final answer. Okay, question D. Hey, this looks familiar. This is a difference of two squares. They look exactly the same, except one of them's a plus, the other one's a minus. So all we're going to do, square the first term. 19 squared is 361. Put a minus sign, and then square the second term. Root 6 times root 6 is just 6. And 361 minus 6 is 355. Question E. We have 8 root 3 plus 4 root 5 all squared. This is a perfect square. So with the perfect square, square the first term. As 8 squared is 64 times 3 squared, which is 3. Let's just put that in our calculator. 192. We're going to multiply all 3 of these. So let's do that in orange. 8 times 4 is 32. Times 2 is 64. Root 3 times root 5 is root 15. And then we square the last term. 4 squared is 16. Root 5 times root 5 is 5. So 16 times 5 is just 80. And now we can simplify our answer. 192 plus 80 is 272. And then we've got our plus 64 root 15. I hope this video has helped you expand binomial products with surds. If so, please remember to give this video a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the math channel for more math content coming soon.